season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hurry. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10, but probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Burrow on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage up, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time you just walk it out your hand and it might be easier. Keep it over there.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off the points for themselves.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They get him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
First down. Here's Burrow.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Following the pickup at 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Hurts. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Touchdown! Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and get...
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. He'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second down, it's Kamara again.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Hurts.
Escaping.
Hurts fumbles it.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They're going to try and throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Another try for Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengals lead.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 75. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it. But maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays. Knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
109 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. He handed it off there, but I just don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Now here's Ross.
a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think they're...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They go play action with Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here we go with Kamara.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Hurts to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Open man here is Conklin. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Conklin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson. Good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here we go. Again, it's Mixon.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Mix it up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here we go, here we go. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns drive about to get started.
To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He finds his man complete. That's Barnett. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it up. pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
You can pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Here we go. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Calvin Ridley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was a while ago as they just held on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Here's a give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Play action. It's Burrow under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't really that prompt you in terms of at least get points.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
Throwing on on 2nd and long. Burrow, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Titans are not happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get enough.
I just scraped it off the top, put it on the road, on the turf, on the block. I was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out the full. Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full.
Convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free. That's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with shit. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the gurus, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, all the titles. You need to grow. Have you lost your mind? But I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the flow. Always want more. My God, oh God, this is on a God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers.